Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video we're going to take a look at how former Real Madrid player Luis Figo made Florentino Perez become the president of Real Madrid from the year 2000 till date. Sit back and enjoy this controversial football story that I'm about to tell you. But to understand this story very well, I think we need to revisit where the rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid is coming from. Back in the mid 1930s, the Spanish Civil War broke out between the Republicans and the Nationalists. The Republicans were majorly people from Catalonia. They felt that the Nationalists were oppressing them a lot. So they were like, we've had enough. Enough is enough. You guys do your things your own way. We'll do our things our own way. So Barcelona was named the capital of Catalonia. That resulted into a civil war that lasted for about 2 years. After 2 years of the civil war, the Nationalists later overpowered them and Barcelona was captured. Once Barcelona was captured, that Catalonian language then became a crime in the country of Spain. If you are caught conversing in that Catalonian language, you will be arrested and charged. So the Nou Camp, which was the home ground of Barcelona Football Club back then, was the only place where Catalonian faithfuls can converge, speak their language, do anything they like. You would not be arrested once you are inside that stadium. But once you step out of the stadium, if you converse in that language, you have to be ready to face the consequence of your actions. So to those Barcelona faithful back then, it was like this club is more than a club to us. This is the only place where we can voice out our emotions, where we can voice out our plight, where we can use our football to stand against oppression. So this is more than a club. That was why it was called Mescon Club, more than a club. Real Madrid back then was said to be financed by people in the nationalists. So they had enough money to buy the best players in the world. So whenever the El Clasico comes around, it's just like a new civil war on the pitch. So if you are a new school Real Madrid and Barcelona fan, you guys don't have the cause to like each other. I'm saying as a football fan, not as human being. You guys can be best of friends, but when it comes to that 90 minutes game, you guys should be fierce enemies. So the rivalry was going on. Real Madrid were winning a lot of trophies because they have that financial power. So in the early 1990, Jurgen Klopp assembled the dream team, which included Pep Guardiola, notably back then. He assembled the dream team, and the team was very, very wonderful. But in Portugal was a very young boy who was very, very promising. He was playing for Sporting back then. So he attracted interest from top teams in Europe because of his talent. This boy cannot just waste in Portugal. Back then, the top teams in Europe were majorly the Italian sides. So Juventus and Parma, they went head to head for his signature. Now, Juventus signed a deal with him. Parma had a verbal agreement with him. So the two were like, okay, we have a contract with Figo. Juventus are like, we have a contract with Figo as well. So they both dragged themselves to court. But the court verdict was that, okay, none of you guys will sign Luis Figo then. And this Luis Figo is banned from playing in any Italian club for the meantime. So his dreams of playing in Italian big teams were shattered because of the court verdict. So Barcelona came calling. He joined Barcelona Dream Team, and that was where everything changed for Luis Figo. He became an household name. He was a dribbler. He entertained the Barcelona faithfuls very well. And these guys went ahead to win the La Liga title in his first season with Barcelona. Even during the trophy parade, he was caught on camera saying, Real Madrid are crybabies, that we are the champions. So you know that just like any other Barcelona player back then, Luis Figo was not an exception. If you're a Barcelona player back then, you have to hate Real Madrid. You have to hate them with everything you have. You have to show the hatred on the pitch as well because the rivalry is so much, much intense. But while Barcelona were enjoying the domestic sources, Real Madrid, on the other hand, were enjoying European sources because between 1999 and 1998 and the year 2000, Real Madrid have won two Champions League titles. That's two Champions League titles in 3 years. At the helm of affairs at Real Madrid back then was Lorenzo Sanz, who was the president. This is a very wonderful president that everybody likes. He's making us become the giant of Europe. We've won two Champions League in 3 years under this guy. Then 1999 came and there was a time to elect a new president of Real Madrid. Lorenzo Sanz contested for the seat. He wanted to rerun for the president. But his major opponent was a 52-year-old businessman called Florentino Perez, who has been a member of Real Madrid for over 40 years. His father made him to become a member of Real Madrid. His father was a member of Real Madrid, so his father just put him in the line of the business. So he has been with Real Madrid for over 40 years, since he was a kid. So Perez was the guy that came out like, I want to challenge Lorenzo Sanz. How can you challenge the president who is bringing much success to the team? We have just won 2 Champions League titles in 3 years. What kind of manifesto are you going to even tell the people that they will listen to you? So Perez was brainstorming. He was brainstorming. I was like, okay, let me contact Fortre. Fortre was a Portuguese legend back then. He was their former player. So he happens to be Florentino Perez's friend. So Perez invited Fortre to Spain in Madrid and was like, I want to sign Luis Figo if I become Real Madrid president. So Fortre laughed and was like, come on, are you crazy? It's not possible to sign Luis Figo. He is a star player of Barcelona. And you know the rivalry. They would never sell a player to us. Never. It's never be possible. It's just like you asking that Barcelona sign Raul Gonzalez. It's not possible. Perez was like, there is nothing impossible in this world. Fortre was like, okay, let me give Viega, who is the agent of Luis Figo, let me give him a call. Let me tell him about this. So he rang Viega in the middle of the night. Someone is here who wants to sign Figo for Real Madrid. Viega was like, no, I'm not going to have any of that. That is child's talk. It's not, you know that it's not even possible. So don't even wake me up in the middle of the night and tell me this. I'm not going to sign up for that. But Fortre was telling Viega that this man is ready to give us 10 million euro commission if we make this deal possible. Just like any other man. Viega was like, 10 million euros? That's a huge sum of money. Okay. But the problem is that Figo has just signed a new contract at Barcelona. Inside the new contract, the buyout clause was 62 million. How is it even possible for a team back then to pay 62 million euros? Barcelona were confident that nobody would be able to trigger that buyout clause. 62 million euros in the 1999, that's a huge sum of money. Perez was like, I'll pay it. I'll pay it and I'll give you guys extra 10 million euros. Wow. So Perez's manifesto was simple. If I am elected as the president of Real Madrid, I'm going to bring Luis Figo to Real Madrid. Luis Figo back then was the best player in the world. He was the best. He was a pain in the ass for defenders. Even Pep Guardiola said, when we are losing games, Figo will ask, give me the ball, I'll handle it my way. And he will give him the ball, he will do justice. He's going to handle it his own way and they will win the game. So this guy was at the top of his game. Luis Figo was told about this situation and he was like, it's not possible. I'm never going to leave Barcelona. I'm not going to leave Barcelona. Irrespective of anything, any clause concerning it, I'm not going to leave Barcelona. So Viega and Fortre, they met with Florentino Perez in an hotel and they had an agreement. They had a pre-contract agreement that you are ready to pay this buyout clause for Figo and you also give us our commission as well. So they signed the deal. But the deal was signed behind Luis Figo. And inside that deal, Perez is a very smart man. Perez included in the deal that if the deal is not possible, Luis Figo will have to pay Real Madrid 30 million euros. Wow. Perez is a crazy man, a very corny man. So everywhere he goes to, he's always like, I'm bringing Figo here, I'm bringing Figo here. So it's generated a lot of controversies. Newspapers were like, will Figo leave? Barcelona fans were scared of losing their best player to their biggest rival. They were scared. Figo was assuring everybody that he is not leaving. So the day of the election came in. Then Florentino Perez won the election. Then the eyes of the whole world was on Figo. Now Perez has won the election. Is Figo going to join Real Madrid? That was the question on many football fans' faithful lips. Well, now the deal has been done. Let's see if Figo will join. So Figo was on vacation. Viega and Fortre, they went to meet him where he was having his vacation with his family. And after a series of persuasion, Fortre was telling him, after you retire, forget about your Ballon d'Or, forget about your medals, forget about your World Cup or anything you have ever won in football. At the end of the day, it's all about money. Are you going to have enough money at the end of your career? Think about it, Luis. Think about where you're coming from. So he gave it a retort and he called his wife. I'm going to Real Madrid. It was a shock to his wife as well. So everything was done, and after that, Luis Figo gave it a retort and was like, I don't want to go, I don't want to leave. But after a series of persuasion from Perez himself, Perez told him, I want to assemble a team of world-class players and you will be my first signing. I want to use you as a cornerstone. I want to assemble Galacticos. You will be my first signing. I'm going to build a team of world-class players around you, Luis. Luis Figo was like, wow, this is lovely. These people really want me very, very well. So he placed a call to the Barcelona president that I have 2 tickets right now. A ticket going to Barcelona and a ticket going to Real Madrid. So it's up to you whether you are going to allow me go to Real Madrid or not. So Luis Figo requested a huge amount of money from Barcelona back then. The president was like, I cannot give you this amount of money. You can do whatever you like. So Figo was like, if he felt betrayed that I am the superstar of this team. If I ask for any amount of money, I should get it. So he went to Real Madrid, but he wasn't really happy. He wasn't really happy at Real Madrid. During this unveiling, he wasn't really happy. You could see the facial countenance. He was not really in the mood for celebration. So he joined Real Madrid. His first game at Camp Nou was like hell. Roberto Carlos said he has never seen that kind of team before in his entire life. That when he came out for the warm-up, if the referee had said we are cancelling this match, that would be the best prayer that God has answered in his life. He was praying that this ref should cancel this match. The noise at Camp Nou was very, very high. So many banners. Figo is Judas, is a betrayer, is a machinery, is this, is that. So whenever Figo touched the ball, they were throwing a lot of things at him, blah, 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 blah. But Barcelona ended winning the game 2-0. Well, his first season at Real Madrid, even with all the controversies, he was able to win a La Liga title with them. The next season, he won a Champions League with them. They brought in Zidane, they brought in Beckham, they assembled the Galacticos with him. So that was how Luis Figo made Florentino Perez become the president of Real Madrid. Without Luis Figo, if he had not accepted that deal back then, Perez would never have unseated Lorenzo Sanz, because Lorenzo Sanz was the president that Real Madrid faithful enjoying. But kudos to Perez. He used his tricks and everything with money. He used it and buy Luis Figo. That shows whatever money cannot buy, too much money will buy it. And guys, please make sure to tap the subscribe button, tap the bell button so that when I post a video, you won't miss out. Subscribe to the channel. It's going to do a lot for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video.